I want to kind of ask one last thing, and we'll kind of camp out here and end it. But last year we hosted our first ever conference, and I was telling you before we started recording, like I was pretty nervous. Like, and honestly, I maybe it was more prideful of being embarrassed. Like, if this thing doesn't turn out well, like it's going to look bad. But it turned out, I mean, amazing. But one of the highlights, honestly, that we heard more than anything, Dan, were you were on a panel discussion with some others in the industry, and like people kept talking about that discussion or that panel and what was happening. And there was a point where someone from Tyson Foods kind of spoke up and was talking about, I don't know if it specifically was wait times, but then you spoke up. But like that was the thing out of the whole conference. People kept talking about like, man, this was the first time where you actually got to see shippers and brokers and carriers like talking in a panel for the bulk industry. But yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was just like a magical moment.
It was, and I felt that as well. And I think the question that he had given us was, what could Tyson do to help with sustainability?
That's right. Yep.
Talking and referring, it actually took me a little bit to zero in on exactly what he was talking about. But he was talking about electric trucks and environmental type stuff. And when it hit me, I realized what he was asking, and they were kind of wanting to know if we were moving towards electric trucks and what was our plan towards that sort of thing. And he wanted to know what they could do to help. And I think my response was something to the effect of, well, if you want to reduce emissions and stuff, unload our trucks that are sitting in your parking lot for 8, 10, 12 hours at a time. That would help tremendously. And it sparked a good conversation, and him and I continued that after the panel. Awesome. It was a good talk. And so it was, and as you mentioned, it's just not something I've never been able to express that to anyone. Of course, we're talking to our shippers, what we do deal with every day, and we tell them that. But to be able to have that conversation in a forum like that, and in that environment with those attendees and the amount of people that were there, was I think a milestone moment for you and all of us that were there.
Absolutely. It was also cool to see for the first time, because even in my years of working at Bartlett and then now at BulkLoads, I've talked with thousands of truckers, and this was like the first time I got to meet people that I even talked to back when I first started in the industry back in 2005. You made mention of that too. This was like the first time for people to actually meet, that had never met before.
Right. Yeah. That was, to me, I met a bunch of, I could finally put a face to a name, of guys you've done business with for, years. So it was a really cool experience. And yeah, you could connect more on an intimate level. And it was really neat to meet those guys. And like I said, put a face to a name. And I kind of feel like it, made relationships even stronger, now that you finally meet someone in person and get to talk.
Absolutely.
It was really cool to experience that.
Well, we're already preparing for our 2024 conference. You guys have graciously helped sponsor that event, and we're excited to have you all as there. Anything you'd say to people that are maybe watching, thinking about the conference, or why they should attend?
So it was the things we've talked about here are something you don't want to miss out on. The opportunity to get face to face with people you deal with every day, whether it be on a customer side or a vendor side, brokerage, whatever it is with bulk trucking. It was available here with that conference. I know this one's going to be bigger and better. I've talked to lots of people that have that missed it last year, that regret definitely not coming. Don't make that same mistake again. Don't, make the trip, take the time. It's worth your time. It's worth the money. You'll see returns from attendance. And we've been looking forward to it since the moment we walked out the day. So that it was over last year. So
Connections.
Relationships,
Yeah.
relationships, strengthening relationships.
Yeah.
I just can't be. And again, I keep preaching this not for BulkLoads' benefit, but like the benefits for our customers, our members, that they can have. Everybody can benefit.
Well, and I think that's the thing is, Jared, is it's of course it's a benefit to you and at BulkLoads, but it's a great benefit to anybody that attends to the opportunity to create those face-to-face meetings are priceless. Always said that, and a lot of different things I've done, and tire salesman, I always use as an example of, I got a tire salesman that's calling me on the phone all the time. That's a real easy one, just to say, I don't need them and hang up, but when they start showing up and they're standing there in your face and they're asking you if you need tire, you feel like, I feel like I need to give them a little bit. Yeah. There's a little more pressure to do that. And so to build those relationships, it's there's nothing else like it. I haven't seen anything else like it. Anyway, we've never attended anything before. So, we're really excited to be a part of it. We appreciate that opportunity, and we look forward to being there and participating again.